Welcome back to the Happy Camper, coming to you from the beautiful mountains of southwest Montana. Today we are filming on location at our sponsor's dealership, Rocky Mountain RV in beautiful Butte, Montana. And of course we are doing a toy hauler today, and I do have the back door down right up against the street, so I apologize in advance for the noise. I do have the big muff on my microphone, so hopefully you'll be able to hear me and it won't be too annoying, and we'll be able to get through this. Today we are taking a look at the new 2020 XLR Boost 32RZR14 from Forest River RV. And this particular unit, we just did a video here about a week ago on the 28 DK5 from Nitro, and this unit is inspired from that trailer. It is a short overall tow length toy hauler fifth wheel that will still take a large UTV, side by side, if you will. So, and the way that we achieve that, of course, is with an open quarters. We're eliminating the garage, and we are, of course, just making this a full open quarters. So, very short overall length, but the capability of taking even the larger UTVs on the market. So, this is going to be a 14-foot garage with the slide out in. We measured this in the DK5. You had about 71 inches of width. And about, that one is 17 feet. This one is actually about 14 feet. So this is actually a little shorter than the 28 DK5 from Nitro. Boost is in the, of course, XLR family. And so you're going to see a lot of similarities between this, Nitro, and Thunderbolt. But the Boost is brought in to be a little more price aggressive. So what you're going to see is they still feature it very nicely, but it's going to have a few different options, or a few less options of what you're going to see in Nitro. It gives another option out there in the market for different price points, and I think that's a great thing. Let me go through the technical data really quick on this unit before we get started walking around it, and we'll get you kind of all the little things that you need to know about it. So this particular unit, like we say, is a short model. It's 33 feet 8 inches overall total length. So that gives you a very short tow length for a toy hauler fifth wheel that is capable of taking a large machine. It is a dry weight of 9560, so it is, it's right in there with the DK5, the Nitro. It's a little bit lighter, but it's right there. Hitch weight of 2226 and a GVW of 14195. That puts you comfortably in the tow rating of a 3/4 ton pickup. You can do this absolutely with a gas motor. Diesel will do it better, but gas, even that new big block gas from Ford would be a good option for this, or the 6.2 liter Chevys would do it as well, and I think Dodge has their 6.2 liter Hemi that would be just fine with this particular fifth wheel. You're also going to see that this unit has a cargo carrying capacity of 4,666 pounds, freshwater capacity, sorry about the loud muffler there, freshwater capacity of 100 gallons, gray water of 38 and black water of 38, and this is a 6-gallon water heater. So that gives you a little bit of the features and the specs on the unit, the technical data, if you will. And so now let's take a walk around the unit and just take a look here and see what it's all about. You can see I'm kind of standing in the entryway here, and you can see directly across we have a shallow slide out with the sofa and part of the kitchen mounted in that particular slide. And that just really opens up an open living quarters toy hauler. Most of the time you're going to see no slide out in here, and this is really going to be tight and narrow. This particular model feels pretty good inside. You get a decent amount of space. Right here against the back wall, of course, this little sofa, it sticks out, protrudes beyond the slide out, but it does fold up against the wall to get you that full width back again. And then it does make a little bed. It's pretty short. It would be more of a kid's bed. In the back, we do have the power double bunk system, so the big queen bunk up overhead here, and then down below it, we're going to see the convertible benches. So this will make the 6-pack dinette, or it will all fold together for the benches. So the big question is always, will my machine fit in there? Well, again, you've got to check your machine against the specs of the trailer. That's the best thing to do. But this unit, what I will tell you, is designed to take most of the big models. The lower benches here will fold down against the side walls to give you additional height. This will all power up against the ceiling up here, both beds, and then the benches here will fold down against the side walls if you need that additional height. The width is usually, the width and length is usually where we run into a problem. If you have a machine that's modified, you have big suspension on, or big tires or big bumpers, that type of thing, you've really got to be, up to tune with what your particular machine is versus the trailer. So will it fit? It's hard to say. The likelihood is yes, unless it's majorly modified. But check with your manufacturers and check with your dealers to make sure it will fit. The guys here at Rocky Mountain are happy to always run a tape out, give you any measurements you want. I've seen them actually let people bring their machine down, run it inside, make sure it fits comfortably before they sell them the unit. They don't want to sell you something that isn't going to work right for you down here. So just make sure that that you know everything that's going on and deal with a reputable dealer, as I always recommend. Against the back wall there, we do have a roll down rear screen wall, and it's just going to have the canvas walls with the little screen windows in it. And then of course we do have the party deck out back there as well, and I'll show you that a little better from outside. The upholstery in here is a nice kind of a light and dark gray combination. It's got good looking stitching. They put the XLR logo up in the top of it there. It's a nice look in this unit. Up overhead, across on the door side, we have our overhead entertainment center. My camera and lens adjust there. There is our overhead entertainment center. Little additional storage up there. We do have the 2 Euro recliners down here at the floor level, and these are loose. You can move them around the unit to kind of do whatever you need, and they do recline as well. And then you are going to have the picture window here on the door side, which is nice both for light and to be able to see out into your campsite. You can see here on the end of the kitchen cabinet, we do have a little fireplace mounted in there, and that is going to be a nice additional little heat source, as well as gives you some ambiance in the trailer. So it does give you electric heat. Now remember, keep in mind, those are electric fireplaces. Any of them that you see in RV, they're not gas, they're electric, but they are nice when you have electric available. 8 cubic foot refrigerator here from Norcold. We also have a Greystone microwave, as well as a Greystone range and 3-burner gas cooktop here. This does have the glass top on it to flush off the counter, and then of course underneath there we've got our 3 burners below our cast grate. Pretty good amount of storage in here, and cabinet space and counter space for a toy hauler. That is something that's a little bit more difficult to get. And this is one of the differences you'll see in Nitro versus Boost. Boost just kind of runs this straight gray cabinetry. They're a fairly simple door that they put on, very functional, works well, just not as fancy looking as what you're going to see in Nitro. So that's kind of your differences in the two models. Back here we have just kind of this double layered little bar up above and our counter down below. This is again that thermal wrapped countertop. Same thing you see in the Nitro. You're going to get a solid surface top. This is going to be a seamless countertop, but it is a thermal wrapped one-piece composite that heat treats over the top of the countertop material, and it does give a very nice option as far as versus Corian or solid surface. This is much lighter and much less expensive. So that is a huge advantage to this stuff. The material itself, while it's not solid surface, it has been very, very bulletproof. It's been on the market a couple of years and has done extremely well. We do have a very nice faucet here. Stainless steel, high-rise gooseneck. This has got kind of that restaurant style, is what I'm trying to say. Spring-style sprayer in it. It's really a nice faucet for a unit again at this trim level. Big single bowl stainless sink, and then we have this roll-up drying rack / sink cover, which is a nice feature in here as well. Of course, storage drawers down below, cabinets on both sides. So they're trying to make sure that you've got enough room to make this, very usable for your weekend outings. As we kind of head up towards the front of the unit here, we're going to see additional cabinetry as you come in. This is going to have just a couple little cubbies here coming in the door, as well as your central control panel. Up above, just again, additional more cubby space. You can see that this unit is pre-wired for Onan generator, as well as Go Power solar panels. This particular trailer was not optioned out of the factory with either of those two features installed. I know that Rocky Mountain does generally carry carries two of their models in these Boost toy haulers, and they generally, what they were going to do is they're going to carry one with a generator, one without, and they're going to give you that option of would you rather it be on board or go portable. This particular one does not have it installed. You can always put it in. It is plumbed and wired for it, so it's up there. If you decide you buy the trailer and you decide you want it down the road, you can always do that. And again, check their website if you're looking for the one with the gen. They generally have both in stock. It's been kind of one of those years where it's been hard to get hard to get stock with all this weirdness that's going on in the country right now, with everything being shut down. But again, they're doing their best to stock everything that's out there on the market. Up here in the bedroom of the 32RZR, you're going to see a king bed, which is something you don't normally see in a mid-pro type of smaller toy hauler fifth wheel. You do have overhead cabinetry up above the bed there, a little reading light. There's some shelves to the right-hand side, so there is a spot there to put, glasses, water, alarm clock, that type of thing. It is still there. And then we have a little hanging closet over here to the side. The other thing I liked about this is they did the foot of the bed open here, so you can slide a duffel bag under there or shoes. It seems like you're always tripping over shoes when you're out, camping in these units. And then you can also see this is a flat upper deck all the way. I'm kind of tucked back into the bathroom, but it is a flat upper deck on this this upper level, this fifth wheel. So if you get up in the middle of the night, you don't have a step to worry about tripping over if you got to run in and use the bathroom. In the we do have a wardrobe slide up here as well, and you can see, of course, storage drawers, as well as a small hanging closet here, and then a little shelf. And we do have a window up here as well. And there are windows on both sides. They both open for ventilation. The ones here on the south side of the unit are terribly bright today, so I did pull that shade just so it wouldn't mess with our camera lens. We do have USB charge ports up here in the headboard, and there is a 110 electrical outlet on both sides of the bed. You can just see the top of it there, and there's one right here next to my leg. So it's a very workable, very usable bedroom here in the Boost. It's still a mid-profile, so I'm about just under 6 feet tall. I can stand up at the foot of the bed without any issue. As we get kind of down here, you can see that it tapers here towards the front. I get up towards the head of the bed. I'm just about touching right there on my head, so it's workable. Like I said, it's really a very workable bedroom. In the bathroom, we do have, number one, we do have access from both the bedroom and from the main floor out here, and this door just goes out into the hallway, and these are all hard swing doors, which are nice to see in your bathrooms. Dometic porcelain toilet in here, which is a nice feature. And then we do have some little storage cabinets here for linens, that type of thing. We do, of course, have the neo-angle corner glass shower with an overhead skylight, so it has a lot of natural light in. And then this one does have the large fan here in the bathroom vent as well, so it would be a very nice exhaust vent for getting rid of any moisture in here. Your vanity and sink, fairly normal for a unit like this. It's going to be a stainless steel undermounted sink. It's in the same thermal wrap seamless counter that we saw down on the main floor, so it's nice to see that consistency through the unit. And we do see stainless steel throughout the unit as well, which is nice. Fairly basic little bathroom faucet, electrical outlet there. We have some lower storage here, and then of course an upper medicine cabinet with storage in it as well. Let's step back out here. We'll go out and take a look around the outside of the unit. Walk down the main floor. I just like to say, if you're looking for a toy hauler fifth wheel and you got a big machine, a big 4-seat machine, and you don't want to get into that just giant 43-foot fifth wheel with the big garage and the triple slide outs and all that stuff, you're looking for something a little less money and again, a little smaller to tow, this is a great option that's out there on the market. I think it's definitely worth a look. They did a really nice job with Boost this year in dressing them up. And as I get back here and you can kind of see the front of this unit, it is a great looking model. Very dark front cap on it. That is painted fiberglass up on the front there with a lot of definition. We got an inset light up at the top. And then of course we're coming down the sidewall with the gray fiberglass exterior. It's really a nice look. They gave it a ton of definition and I think it really looks sharp. As we get a little closer here, you'll be able to see the front storage area that you're looking at there would house the generator. Models that have a generator in it. This particular one does not, but you can see that it is 100% sealed. It's wired, and the bottom is all punched out for your gen. So it can be installed in here. I believe this unit is ready for a 5500 watt Onan. That should be what it will take, as it's a 50 amp wired service. That's the generator I would put in if I was doing one on board. But I would seriously consider a portable, a Honda, a Yamaha 3000 would operate this unit pretty well. You know, and do it for about half or a third of the money of your Onan. And then, of course, you know, if you ever decide to sell the trailer, you can move that generator on with you. The spare tire's mounted up here underneath the front. Of course, you can also see the front power landing legs there, and that's going to get you on and off the truck, level the trailer front to back. You're going to have a propane tank. I believe there's one on each side on this unit. Just open that, and we'll double check that. Yep, one on each side, mounted here outside the frame. They are a 20-pound tank. They do give you room to put 30s in there if you wish to, but quite honestly, 20s go a long time. Propane lasts longer than people give it credit for. It will well outlast your battery supply if you're not running your generator every day. So, you know, it's up to you. You can certainly do 30s in it, but the 20s will work. We do have a full cross storage here, and the thing I like about this is they finished the entire storage compartment off. There's not plumbing and wiring and heat ducts and everything else running through here. Everything's finished off very nicely. It's one dimension all the way through, side to side, the same size door on either side. So anything that'll fit in one side will fit in the other, and it just gives you, you know, a decent amount of storage here. It's not huge for a fifth wheel, but again, for something this short, it's adequate. Entry door, you're going to see the step above, more ride step here, comes down, gives you that solid positive purchase on the ground down here. We do have an entry large assist grab handle, entry handle there, and then Boost is just going to run a straight, kind of a flat black wheel on this, and it is a 6-lug wheel, 15-inch tire, radial rubber, you know, pretty standard on a fifth wheel this size. But the black look, I think, is kind of an interesting look, but it fits the overall decor of the unit. So I think it's good. Here on the outside, you're looking at the exterior speakers, and then of course some of your they put the little dog leash hookup on here, which is kind of interesting, but it's nice that they think of little things like that. The rear end of this is going to have the LCI power stabilizer jacks, and I was surprised that these used to be so slow to get up and down, and now they seem like they've sped those up a little bit. They just have a little push and hold button. They're self-proportioning side to side, so you can run them down. They don't have to be on level ground. It takes about, I'm going to say probably took about 30 seconds to run them down, so not bad. They're definitely improved over the old models. Out here on the outside, we're going to see the power awning, and this is the new one from LCI. I haven't had a lot of experience with this awning, but it's a very similar design to some of the others that are out there. It does have the lights there in the arms instead of up on the trailer, which is interesting, but that does give you the ability to have your lights on with the awning open or closed, so that's a nice feature. Back here on the back, like we were talking about, this does have the rear patio deck on it. And this one is also from Morad. Morad builds really nice equipment. I like the stuff that they do. It seems like it always fits. It's a little better quality than maybe some of the other stuff on the market. It's a fairly simple deck. It swings right in against the back, and the door closes over the top of it. But it's a nice feature, and it is this particular model was optioned with it. Coming up the off-door side here, we do have our exterior fuel station here, and that is a standard on all your Boost products. So you're going to have the little gas tank, and it fills up right there with a normal gas right at the pump. And then I was going to just open this up for you here. You just have a small little handle. It's just kind of your normal fuel handle, but that pulls out the side. It doesn't have a ton of hose on it. Probably give you about 5 feet, but you can run your machines up here beside it. It saves you having to carry those gas cans, and anybody that's dealt with those new gas cans with the self-venting lids and they leak all over, this is such a nice feature. This will also, if you do have the model with a generator or you decide to install a generator, the generator will pull out of the gas tank on the back here. So you don't have to have a separate gas tank, and it is gasoline, not propane. So again, with toy hauler, it's nice to have this little tank on the back. And that's going to be, I believe, 28 gallons. I didn't see the spec for it in there, but they're generally 28-gallon fuel cells. And there's your little on-off switch and a fuel gauge for it. So it's a nice little feature. You can see that your power cord does hook up right here. It's a 50-amp connection, and that's a pretty normal setup. Right in here is going to be kind of all your hookups and centralized locations. You're going to look at your power, water, or excuse me, your water fresh tank connections, as well as your city water, your black tank flush, which this does have service accesses for the water heater and the furnace there, and then of course our sewer hookups are right down here below. This is the off-door side of your storage compartment that goes all the way through the main storage under the belly, and then we do have the little outside shower with the hot cold faucet on it there. This is going to be your other propane tank on the off-door side. Batteries do mount up in that small door right there in the front, so that's kind of what you're looking at. So this is our XLR Boost 32RZR14, and that is a 2020 model. That one's from Forest River, and again, we just really appreciate Rocky Mountain letting us come down here and cherry pick their inventory to walk you guys through. If it makes sense, please help out the people that help us. If you are interested in an RV, which I assume you are if you're watching RV reviews, look these guys up. I'm going to link to this particular unit in the video description. But they also have about 200 other RVs in stock. They're great people down here. Take a look at their site. It's www.rockymtnrv.com. Any of the people here are happy to help you. So once again, the Happy Camper coming to you from beautiful Butte, Montana. Look at the view we got out there today. This is the view from the parking lot of Rocky Mountain's dealership. You can see why they named their dealership that, huh? Not many people get to see that. If you do like our content, please like, share, and subscribe. It really does help our channel out. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, and happy camping.